Hello, and welcome to another lesson on Advanced Project Management. This lesson on Advanced Project Management Fundamentals will cover the scheduling and time management. After defining requirements and completing the work breakdown structure process, the next crucial step in planning is scheduling the work elements. This step is the foundation for resource allocation, work execution, project performance tracking, and timely completion. Schedules delineate the timing for work elements and indicate when specific events and project milestones are expected. In the context of project plans, similarities can be drawn to roadmaps. They guide you on reaching your destination and showcase the progress made along the way. Work packages, representing essential tasks, collectively form the road to project goals. Along this road are signposts named events and milestones, providing progress indicators. Upon passing the last event, you have reached the final destination, project completion. It's essential to distinguish events and milestones from work packages, activities, or other task types. A task involves the actual planned or ongoing work, representing the process of accomplishing something and consuming resources and time, for example, driving a car to reach a destination. In contrast, an event marks a specific moment when something happens. In project schedules, tasks are often depicted as line segments, with the two ends representing the events of starting and completing the task. In projects, two main types of events exist: interface events and milestone events. An interface event signifies the completion of one task and the simultaneous start of one or more subsequent tasks. Typically, an interface event is associated with a change in responsibility. Once a task is completed, a different individual or group takes responsibility for overseeing and conducting the following tasks. Interface events often indicate approval for recently completed tasks and readiness to commence subsequent tasks regarding facilities, equipment, and labor. On the other hand, a milestone event denotes a significant project occurrence, such as completing a phase or critical task, obtaining approval for something important, or securing crucial resources. Milestone events are vital indicators of project progress, often associated with the approval of system requirements, preliminary design, detailed design, or completion of implementation tests. Failure to achieve a milestone is typically a warning sign, leading to potential changes in budgets and schedules. There are two primary types of schedules: a project schedule and a task schedule. Project managers and upper management utilize a project schedule, also known as a project master schedule, to strategize and evaluate the entire project. While the project schedule outlines major project activities, it provides limited detail about each activity. Initially developed during project initiation, the project schedule undergoes continuous refinement. Managers adopt a top-down approach to develop the project master schedule, initially scheduling tasks identified in the WBS or outlined in the scope statement. Subsequently, the schedule is refined through a bottom-up approach, considering the more detailed task schedules provided by functional managers. In projects organized into phases, each phase's schedule must offer sufficient detail to enable management to authorize the commencement of work for that phase. On the other hand, a task schedule delineates the specific activities required to complete a task or work package. It is designed for individuals working on a specific task, allowing lower-level managers and supervisors to concentrate on their assigned tasks without distraction from unrelated activities. Functional managers or subcontractors typically prepare task schedules, incorporating interface and milestone events as specified by the project manager and depicted on the project master schedule. Both project and task schedules can be prepared and presented in various formats, including Gantt charts and project networks. One of the most straightforward and widely used scheduling techniques is the Gantt chart, named after management consultant Henry L. Gantt. It employs standardized setup and processing times to illustrate the relationship between planned and completed production jobs. The chart comprises a horizontal scale divided into time units, days, weeks, or months, and a vertical scale displaying project work elements, such as tasks, activities, or work packages. Work packages are listed on the left-hand side, while work weeks are indicated along the bottom. As each new work element is incorporated into the chart, it is considered to be scheduled only after completing its predecessor work elements. Once the project is in progress, the Gantt chart serves as a tool to assess the status of individual work elements and the project as a whole. Once generated, the Gantt chart is a valuable tool for labor planning, resource allocation, and budgeting. Using data from the Gantt chart, graphical representations can be crafted to illustrate period-by-period and cumulative figures for anticipated expenditures and labor and resource requirements. By examining the Gantt chart for a specific week and summing the weekly labor requirements and direct costs for all scheduled activities, we obtain the weekly labor requirements and weekly direct expense. The project's weekly expense for any given week is calculated as the sum of the weekly direct costs for the scheduled project activities. The cumulative expense represents the week-by-week accumulated total of the weekly direct expense. Graphs of this nature are instrumental in project planning as they provide insights into when and where capital funds, labor, and other resources will be required. Furthermore, they prove beneficial for monitoring progress and comparing planned resource needs with actual resource expenditures. Managing large projects with numerous work elements poses a challenge when presenting all the details on a single chart. This challenge is effectively addressed by adopting a hierarchy of charts, exemplified by the 3 levels. The top-level chart highlights principal subprojects, the intermediate-level chart outlines major activities within each subproject, and the bottom level specifies work packages or smaller tasks within each activity. Milestones and target dates can be integrated at any level. Each level of the chart provides a more detailed view than the level above it. Intermediate or bottom-level charts are essential to enable project and functional managers to plan labor and resource allocations. The bottom-level charts are the most detailed, offering daily and even hourly schedules for tasks within work packages. These schedules prove invaluable to work package leaders and technical specialists, aligning with the task schedules mentioned earlier. This is the end of this segment of our lesson. In the next segment, we shall be discussing procurement management. This course is presented to you by South Europe College. Thank you for listening and see you on our next segment.